So how did you ever come up with this idea? Because, you've been going to Burning Man for quite some time. You've obviously seen a lot of evolution, exciting evolution, I'm sure. So what inspired you to have this?
Well, a big part of it is an experience I had in 2016. I made another art installation called Chimenea Planetaria, and that used these same steel spheres. And I made those look like planets. I made Mars, Venus, Mercury, Saturn. Like I just made a solar system of planets out of these spheres, and they all had fires in them. So at night,
Right.
we would burn all this wood, and there was these flaming constellation of planets that you could hang out at. And um, somewhere between my experience doing that and all I got out of it, and then learning more about there's kind of a new art form using motion control technology. There's all these CNC routers, CNC lathes, 3D printers,
Right.
and through my work, I work at a foundry where we basically, again, my job is making art for other people. Like we've been using these new machines, and I just think there's so much potential there to do different things. And I picked one idea from
Right.
the world of ideas that we kind of have, and I submitted it to Burning Man. They liked it. They give me an honorarium grant, which is great to have some seed money to like build this new machine that, like I said, it hasn't really been done before. It's based on the Eggbot, which is a little almost like a toy, but it's a very cool toy.
Right.
Um, but the interactive part where you can submit an idea and have it be made in essentially the art gallery for people to enjoy, like I don't know if that's been done. It has. I haven't heard about it.
I can't wait to see it. But it's a big endeavor too. I mean, bringing all this to Black Rock City. Where do you live? Where are you from?
Tucson, Arizona. It's about 1,000 miles away from me.
So that's going to be an interesting challenge, and making sure that that machine is functional in the middle of the desert and the heat and the sand.
It's a challenge, even if you're not bringing a giant sculpture.
So I'd like to share some of your ideas. Let me see. I'm going to share the screen here for a second, and we can look at your work, and would love to hear your explanations of it.
Oh, hey, yeah. So this is a little model I built of it's a small model, like this is desktop size, of how it's going to cut the spheres and how it's going to turn the spheres into sculptures. So if you can see the video, there's a ring element that's moving that will hold a plasma torch, and there'll be little motors that basically spin the steel ball and spin that ring-shaped mechanism.
That's amazing. So how many sculptures do you think you'll be able to make in a single day? I mean, that's going to be an interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do one a night for at least 6 nights. I don't know if I'll be doing one on like the temple night. I kind of doubt it. I'll probably start the Sunday Burning Man starts and do one a night. They're big, heavy, like 200-300 pound balls. They're like, it's going to take a lot of energy to move them, to cut them. I think one a night's good. I originally thought I could do more, but they're expensive too. I imagine just depending on the steel tariffs are actually a huge part of this. Like the prices have been going up. So,
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's gonna a new challenge, right?
yeah.
So how do people find you? Because obviously you're looking for ideas, and you're going to select the best ideas. How do people find you so that they can submit their requests in the hopes that you create some art for them in Burning Man?
Yeah, irobot.com is the way to do that. EI-ROBOT. So hopefully you can mention that on your website if people want to refer back to this program. But yeah, irobot.com. You have a way to get send an email to me or my crew, or upload an idea straight from the website. And we will be making a little tutorial, because The idea has to be in a certain format. There's like not every work of art will fit on that sphere. So we kind of have to work with you on that.
So I guess my head's not going to work, huh?
It might,
No,
it
I'm
might.
just kidding.
You're good on head, and yeah, why not?
No, actually, it's I'm good enough with a mirror that I have here, and this was a recommendation of my coach. I have a coach. I also coach people, by the way, but my coach, reminds us is that we're often way too critical of ourselves, and it's a good thing to remind ourselves to look ourselves in the mirror and says, you know what, you're not so bad looking, or you're not such a bad guy. But to have a statue, with my head, no, I think that's going a little too far. I don't want that. I may ask my kids and see if they have any brilliant ideas. There's my one son, my oldest son. He would absolutely love the kind of work that you do, and he was at one point looking into working with steel and brass and that kind of stuff, and never got into it. Now he's just a computer programmer and everything else. But
that's a good start. Like the kind of drawings that we need to work with are vector drawings like you might do on Illustrator or Inkscape. So you can start with pen and ink, or you can start with a computer design. You'll end up with big steel plasma cut sculpture. But you got to start somewhere, and you need basically a cool idea is where you need to start. And if that's your head, then you can do it.
Well, I'm going to talk to my son and see, what kind of ideas he comes at. The other part that I really want to emphasize is, to all the listeners, is that what these artists do and what Spencer is doing is delivering a wonderful gift, not only to the people in Burning Man, but just to anybody listening in and having that opportunity to experience this kind of possibility, this kind of creation. And for that to happen, it's important for us to support the artists. And things cost money, and many of these artists, they're working, their own profession and spending a lot of time creating this art, and requires the support from the community, which is one thing that I really appreciate about the whole Burning Man concept, is that it's all about collaboration. It's all about gifting. It's all about support. It's all about helping each other. It's all about, radical expression, but also radical inclusion, and doing it now. And so for anyone listening in and, want to get more ideas and more involved with what Spencer's doing, really connect with him. And there's a donation site, through Burning Man that you can support as well. So I really want to thank you, Spencer, for, sharing this incredible art that you're doing, and want to invite you just to share some last words of what you want people to know about you or your work or Burning Man.
Yeah, well, about me, not so much. I'm an artist. I'm going to keep making art. Maybe you'll stay tuned. You'll see more about my work. I'm really excited about this new direction. I think motion control art is cool, and I want to do more of it. And about Burning Man, well, if you have a chance to go, do it. Don't pass it up. I don't know how many Burning Mans they're going to have in the universe, but everyone is special. This year is especially special. The founder, Larry, passed away, and there's a thing they call it the temple. It's a really big artwork, a big wooden building. They burn it every year, and this year it's amazing. It's this big spiral thing. I can't wait to see that. If you are thinking about going to Burning Man, go ahead and bring some art. That's how I got started. I just brought small pieces and shared them, and they just got bigger and bigger, and now they're monumental. I feel like I'm doing really special work right now.
That's a great idea. I never thought of that, because I have my own art form. It's not exactly something I can bring to the playa. The reason I'm also doing all these interviews is because Burning Man is all about gifting and contributing. This was my way to contribute to all the incredible people like yourself who do perform all this art. But I hadn't thought of actually creating something and bringing it to Burning Man. So I might take you up on that suggestion.
Yeah, do it. There's, I guess, a strong history also of burners making art outside of the burn. So this definitely fits in with that. There and interviews too. There's why do you do what you do? That I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's been going on for years. They ask people at Burning Man that question, and they give some really interesting responses about it.
Well, once again, just for people who are not familiar with Burning Man, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions about what it is,
Yeah.
but the best part about it is it's that place where you can have the freedom just to be yourself, find yourself, and express yourself in any which way that you want. And it's a beautiful place just to discover just so much wonderfulness and goodness and creativity that it's just a very expansive environment. And I don't know why it took me so long to get there. I guess I was just distracted and busy with other things. But I can tell you one thing: I'm going to be going there every year, and I'm only expecting Burning Man to only get bigger and better, and with all the incredible people like yourself.
I can't believe how. I mean, I was lucky to go back in the mid 2000s, but then at that point, I've been hearing about it for more than 8 years or something, and I thought, nah, that sounds like crazy. I don't want to do that. You know, and it went. It was so much fun. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And in addition to that, I mean, you were a ranger, so you were a volunteer and helping, and like I said, it's a great place to go to. And if anyone ever gets a chance, just go online, look into it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So Spencer, I really want to thank you for today. I'm Dr. Bart Rademacher, Prescription for Your Transformation, Real People, Real Conversations, Real Success, bringing to you new ideas, new creations so that you can expand, and also reaching out to all those to support the artists and support the people so that they can bring more magnificence to our world. So Spencer, thank you so much, and I will find you on the playa, and I'll get my son to think of something and send it to you.
That'd be great. Yeah, see you in the dust.
All right, cheers. Thanks.